So the Kadokawa President believed that censoring manga because it was rarely reviewed by Apple and Google due to its spicy content was a good idea. How did that really turn out? Alright, he has to return 20% of his salary. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. As we've been seeing over the years recently more and more, the West has been censoring as much entertainment as they possibly can. You know, we see it with jokes, for example, because, oh no, we can't have offensive jokes anymore. There's that. There's attractive female characters, trying to make them look like men because, we gotta avert the male gaze. And also when you think about it, they also push their politics into everything. I mean, Western entertainment has basically become one big propaganda circus. That's what it basically is now, and more people have been moving over to anime and manga because of these problems. I mean, you even look at DC and Marvel, the North American comic book industry. They've been collapsing on themselves and are nothing but husk of what they once were because they've been pushing these propaganda books. And, you look at I Am Not Starfire, which is a prime example of what's wrong with the American comic book industry. Now, recently in the week, the Kadokawa President revealed manga rarely reviewed by Apple and Google due to spicy content feels censorship may be needed. And oh boy, did that go over terribly for him. It blew up in his face. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. Because you don't mess with anime or manga. Just saying right now. So, Takeshi Natsuno, Kadokawa Corporation's president as of June 22nd, recently spoke in an interview with Abema TV, along with accompanying article. The interview was with current and former Japanese gravure idols, those typically involved in photo shoots in swimsuits or are otherwise designed to be titillating or suggestive, and how they came into the industry. Now he goes on to state this. The fact is that there are people who have miraculously beautiful figures, and there are people who think there is value in that, in which there is, and there is money to be made. I don't think it's fair to say that this is unfair, and I don't think the argument about whether gravure is good or bad is valid. On the other hand, Japan is full of manga that are more extreme than swimsuit gravure. The publishing industry that I'm in is full of liberal people, but I feel that we need to recreate standards that are appropriate for this internet age, including such things. Yeah, no, that's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea. Unless you're trying to ensure that you want your business to lose customers and lose money, that's a terrible idea. Because that's what's going to happen if they wanted to do this. Of course, this is the one thing that we've been seeing with the West all the time. Myself and many other people have been talking about this. The big issue is that they want to take away creative expression. By doing so, this means that you're limited on what you can do because you gotta pander to people on Twitter. The people on Twitter, those clowns that have no money, that eat out of cat food cans and, don't support anything they screech about. Because, if you want to appeal to them, just make sure you're not going to get any money and you're going to lose your existing customer base. Because that's what's going to happen if they were to have done this. Japan is full of manga that are more extreme than gravure. This and other factors prevent Japanese manga from being reviewed by Google and Apple. So, I feel that we need to redefine the standards of the internet age and determine what is acceptable for the public and what is not. Oh god, that's a horrible idea. Yeah, no, because then that's going to stunt creativity. No thanks. No thanks. The publishing industry I'm in is full of libertarians, but I really feel we need to rethink things. Okay, that's a terrible idea to begin with, because like I said, you're taking away creative freedoms. No, thank you. People like manga the way it is. They've liked it for what it's been. The Kadokawa President's made a very terrible mistake. In the past, I've talked about how the Love Hina author has been talking about the rising concerns of how, the West, overseas, has been wanting to regulate creativity. And he's been trying to constantly warn Japan of this rising issue, because it's a continuing issue where you're seeing Twitter try to get their foot in the door in Japan and try to be all like, well, actually, you need to correct some things because this is offensive to people. You know, that's what they're saying because they get offended over absolutely nothing because it's Twitter and they're a bunch of clowns. And you even see some companies like Funimation, for example, trying to get in there and they're trying to alter things to fit their standards so they can push their narrative and try to change anime and manga from what it's been. And people have loved anime and manga the way it is. And here's the thing, though. You never mess with anime and manga fans. And let me explain why. So this tweet out here by Ray Force Game stated, current Dwango president, subsidiary of Kadokawa, Kurita made a statement, talking about Nico Nico has no plans to change its policy of restricting expression as a platform. Apparently, he thinks damage control was needed. Backlash in Japan was so fierce yesterday. So because the Kadokawa president thought that self-censorship would be a good idea, well, as you can see, Nico Nico has no plans to change anything. So this was from one Twitter user stating, Nico Nico has no plans to change the expression regulation policy as a platform from its current state. The same applies to Nico Nico Comics. Therefore, they're not going to change manga. Which is good, because they realize where the money comes in at. They realize that what they've been doing, people have enjoyed, and it's been making sales. Right here, it continues to go on about how they're not going to change things, which is good to see, because if they were to change to what this president had wanted, right, the Kadokawa president, if they changed to what he wanted things to be, well then get ready, you'd be getting more of your terrible comics like DC and Marvel would be making. Your female characters would look like, I'm not Trash Fire. It would be more of that, and that would be terrible, and you better believe a lot of people would be turned off to that. That's why Japan just made themselves very vocal, very clear, and oh boy, talk about enraging fans. Yeah, don't mess with anime and manga because Japan was sure to make their voices heard.
But wait, there's more.
And here's where it gets better. The Kadokawa president had to apologize, and now he has to give up 20% of his own salary now because of what he stated. Kadokawa apologizes for president pro-censorship. Manga comments, president returns portion of salary. This was a terrible idea on his part, and now because of this, because he wanted to try to change things to fit the internet age of today, they were not happy. They were not happy, and now he has to return a portion of his salary. So, let's take a look at all of this. Kadokawa have apologized for the president's comments suggesting manga would need to censor spicy scenes to be approved by Apple and Google reviews. Thank God. Oh, that's so good. As previously reported, Takeshi Natsuno appeared in an interview with video streaming website Abima TV discussing Japanese gravure idols. Now, of course, here is what he had stated, which we already went over. However, Kadokawa have now issued an official statement, as reported by Niab, apologizing for his comments. They also insist that the statements made were not related to our business operation policy. Oh, that's... Of course not. They definitely don't want to have their business be ruined because one person was wanting to change everything. On July 21st, Takeshi Natsuno, president and representative of director of Kadokawa Incorporated, the company, appeared on There and After, referred to as the company, appeared on the Abima TV program on July 21st. He participated in the program in his personal capacity. However, as the president and CEO of the company, it was very inappropriate, and he deeply regrets it. Oh, I bet he does. In addition, the series of statements he made in the program were not related to our business operation policy. The series of comments made by the person in question in the program have no relevance to the business operation policy of the company. Ooh. We take this matter very seriously, as they should, yes, and have received a request for the person in question to return a portion of his compensation, which we have accepted. Oh, that's the thing, you don't mess with people's husbandos or waifus, because I can tell you right now, I like my spicy, attractive waifus, if you know what I mean. Pervert. So, they state, we would like to inform you of the following. Subject, an amount to be returned. Takeshi Natsudo, President and Representative Director, 20% of the monthly remuneration for directors. Applicable period from August 2021 to October 2021. 3 months. 3 months of his salary. He has to give 20% of it. 3 months. Woo! We at the company will take the opinions we have received from you very seriously, and we will make every effort to ensure that all writers and creators, as well as readers and users, will be able to enjoy their works. Thank you. See, this is good that they listened, because had they not, and had they just decided, oh yeah, we're going to go ahead and just change things up, had they done that, had they decided this, well, get ready, you would have had, as I stated, more characters like Mandy from I Am Not Trash Fire, and nobody wants that in manga. Nobody wants that in manga. And even Japan stood up and was like, hey, look, no, don't do this. This is a terrible idea. Which it is. It's a terrible idea. Don't do this. You know, manga has been fine the way it is. And look, there actually has been a woke anime before known as Stars Align. I don't know if anybody knows of whatever happened with that. It was canceled through its run because nobody wanted woke anime. Japan hated it. Absolutely despised it, and it got canceled because of it. You know, and so they know that this crap doesn't sell. They don't want this crap in their books. So they're like, hey, look, we're going to make our voices be heard, and we're not going to buy from you if you're going to do this. This is why Kadokawa was like, oh no, you know, like, what our president said is a terrible idea. We need to step this back. You know? And so now he's paying for it by having to return a portion of his salary. Whether he stays there for long in the position now because of this, well, that's up in the air. But thing is that it's a good thing to see that this is a win here. You know, that Japan is not going to change that, luckily. But of course, get ready, because companies like Funimation, you know, and people on Twitter, get ready for that one. You know, those clowns, they're going to keep pushing, though. They're going to keep pushing to try to colonize Japan, to try to change their culture, because that's what they try to do. You know, it's not about respecting one's culture to these people. What it's actually about to them is trying to alter things for what they want it to be. Rather than allow the author to be creative and do their own thing, they want to jump in there and be like, oh no, you can't do it this way, you gotta do it our way or the highway. You know, that's how they act. I mean, that's not even a joke. You know, these people are evil, and they want to jump into any form of entertainment that they can that's good, and then make it awful. They want to ruin what people enjoy. You know, this is what we've seen. This is why it's good to see that Japan took a stand here and said, no, we're not allowing that to happen. You know, you want our business, then don't change it. Which was good. This is a win. Glad to see Japan stand up. Glad to see Japan fight and protect the creative freedoms and creative expressions. You know, this is a win. I'm glad to see this, and I'm glad to see that Kadokawa is not going to change and censor their manga. This is a good thing. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you were new here, and make sure you were still subscribed, because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you were still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on both Discord and Minds. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the news videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on both Discord and Minds. Links are in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.